Mhm. Good day, good day, good day, everybody. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, Tim. It's good to see you, Vanessa. It's good to see everyone joining in for today's Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and SIP is an acronym for Spirit in Practice. Spirit in Practice. And so we've been practicing a lot this week, y'all. We have been in the practice deep, Lovejoy. Yes, we have. So we're going to continue. We're going to wrap up our Unplugged series today. And I ended yesterday sharing that I'm going to share a story. Yeah, I'm going to share a story with you all today. I was in contemplation this morning if I was going to do something else. If I was going to do something else, I was starting to I don't know, back out. I was like, oh, maybe I won't share. But it's unplugged. So we're going to go. We're going to go there. We're going to go there. Yes, we are, Nan. We're going to go there, Wayne, today. So yesterday we was talking about Wu Wei. You remember that? We was talking about Wu Wei, the non-doing of being, right? It's a Taoist concept, the non-doing of being, right? And it's all about the beingness, right? And we've been talking about that and being our quality, our attribute of spirit all year long. And I hope and I believe that we've all been really embodying who and what we are, right? As that quality of joy, abundance, peace, bliss, confidence, whatever it is that you have declared for yourself, we are owning it, right? We are owning it all year. And so that's what Wu Wei is about. It's not so much about what we are doing, but how we are being with ourselves, how we are being, how we are showing up as ourselves in the world. And you know what? The doing will take care of itself. The doing will take care of itself when you are in the flow of being, in the flow of being. So I have a confession. I told you like, we're unplugged. We're unplugged. So Red Melissa was in the doing. I found myself in the land of doing. Like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Right? And as I go on, you'll see how this all relates. So I shared that I have a water issue in the house, right? And it's being addressed, and it's also a manifestation of what's going on within me. So if you missed yesterday's sip, one of the things that I shared is I'm a feng shui practitioner. And when I go into people's homes, I don't do it as much as I used to, but I still do it here and there, depending on the circumstance when I'm working and coaching people. And when I go into people's homes, I take the temperature and assess the energy in the home, because the energy in the home is a reflection of the people in the home, right? So if I walk into a lot of clutter, that's an indication to me that there might be some mental, emotional clutter that the person needs to address. Because you know what? You could clean up your whole house, you could declutter and all that. But guess what? If you don't address what's going on within you, it's just going to return again. Because we're not addressing at the level of cause, we're addressing the effect, what we see, the outcome, right? So when we address things at the level of cause, that's where the beingness is. That's where everything starts. That's where all the creative process begins within us. And how beautiful it is, right? That we have this whole physical plane as a resource of information for us to indicate to us when we are going out of flow, right? When we need to realign ourselves again, right? Well, all those rewords that we did the last 2 weeks. Yes, to remind ourselves, to remember again who we are, the truth of who we are, right? And so I was putting pressure on myself, and I didn't really realize until I started feeling it that that's what I was doing, right? So it slowly built up, just like water does, right? When you have a water issue in your house, it doesn't just start like that. It's been happening behind the scenes. You can't see it yet, right? But something is percolating, and then it makes itself known through a leak, through drop, we might even see the drops, right? Maybe it's a drop, maybe it only drops, maybe it drips. Maybe there's one drip every 5 minutes. And we're like, I could live with a drip. It ain't such a big deal. I'll live with the drip. What's it going to do? Right? Then all of a sudden, that one drip every 5 minutes turns into 5 drips every minute. Right? The same thing with us. The same thing with us. Right? We get that stirring that, for me, it's an unsettling feeling. I feel heavy. I feel weighted down. I just want to pull the covers over my head, right? It takes more effort to do everything, right? That's how I was starting to feel, right? But it was building up. And I was like, everything is fine. Get out of here. Drip, drip. It'll be fine. Drip, 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 drip. Oh, guess what? You have a urinary tract infection. That's the news I got yesterday. You want to talk about water? How about that for water? Okay? All right? Talk about drip, 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 drip. We're unplugged, y'all. I'm keeping it real. Keeping it real. All right? Talk about pressure? You want to talk about water pressure? You get yourself a UTI, and you will experience pressure like you never have in your life. Yes, ouch. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. So the universe is always speaking to us, conspiring for us, getting our attention, right? So here we are. Here I am, right? Water leaking in the house, water leaking in me with this UTI. The universe has gotten my attention. Oh, yes, big time, big time. And so I shared yesterday that what came up for me when I took this into contemplation was my little girl, was Melissa, my little Melissa, right? Like about 5 years old, about 5 years old. And I realized I have not been paying much attention to her because I've been so busy doing. Like, I got to do this. I gotta make this work, right? I got to make this work, right? The ego me, I got to do this. I got to make this work. And what it triggered for me, of course, is a memory, right? Of being 5 years old and my mother telling me that my father was going to come over and spend some time with us. So I didn't grow up with my father. My parents were not together. And I've shared before that I would say for the first 5 years of my life, he was present, right? And then at about 5 years old, he was less present. And I remember like it was yesterday, my mother telling me that he was going to come over to spend some time with us. And I was so excited. I was a daddy's girl when I was little. I was so excited. And I was ready. Right? And you know what's going to happen, right? He didn't come. And I said at 5 years old, it must be me. I must not be enough for him to come. I'm not worthy enough for him to come. Now, these weren't the words of a 5-year-old, right? But this was the feeling that I had. It has to be me. What is wrong with me? I have to be better. I have to do better. What else can I do? What can I do for him to want to be with me? And that played out, guess what, in all of my relationships as I got older, right? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do so that I could feel, so that he could want to be with me? What could I do? And so I realized that that feeling, that that very limiting belief, right? But it's there, y'all. It's planted there, right? And I am so aware of it most of the time. But this time it got past me. It got past me. And why? Because I was so caught up in the doing. I was so caught up in the doing, right? I was so caught up in the effect of things. I was so caught up in the outcome of things, right? And what I'm talking about specifically is being the pastor at Rockland CSL. So if you don't know, I am the spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland CSL. And if you don't know what that is, the easiest way to explain it is I'm the pastor. All right. My very first time pastoring a center, pastoring a church. And I did not realize the pressure I was putting on myself for everything to be perfect. For everything to be perfect. How many people are coming in person? How many people are on Zoom? How many people are watching on Facebook? How much was the offering? How all of this stuff, right? And I'm the one that has to make it happen because I'm the pastor, right? And if it doesn't happen, it has to be me. It has to be because of me. What am I doing? What am I doing? What can I do to make them want to be with me? That's my 5-year-old speaking, right? So I need to love on her. I need to remind her again, there is nothing for you to do but to be the truth of who you are. And when you are being the truth, when you are being the truth of who you are, I tell you, the how is in God's hands. It's in God's hands. So I am releasing the pressure. I'm releasing the pressure. Those who feel the call with me will be there, right? There's something for everyone, right? So I know that I will magnetize it just by being joy. Just by being joy. That's all I have to do. That's all I have to be. Right? That's at cause. All that other stuff is the effect. It is the effect. And if I spend all of my time at the level of effect, drip, 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 drip. So now I am aware. I have been reminded. I am remembering who I am again, again and again and again and again. So I'm back in the flow, y'all. I am back. And you know what? What just came to me? God just said, girl, you were never out of the flow. You just needed to remember that you're in the flow. We're never out of the flow, y'all. We're never out of the flow. We just got to remember where we are. Just remember where you are. We're in God's hands. We're in Spirit's hands. The universe conspires for our greatness and will do what it needs to do to get our attention, including having a UTI, including that. So I'm releasing the pressure. I'm releasing the pressure. I have received the message loud and clear again, right? Because when we're making big moves in our lives, when we're making big moves in our lives, we have to remember who we're moving with. We're moving with the universe, y'all. We're moving with the universe, and the universe is flowing in and through us. I told y'all it's unplugged. It's unplugged, y'all. It's unplugged. So that is where I am. That is where I am. And it's a good place to be. It's a good place to be. Yes. All right, y'all. All right. So I want to end this with my vows. Because when I say that I'm at cause, this is what I'm talking about. As an interfaith minister, these are the vows that I spoke when I became an interfaith minister in 2018. I've been talking about joy and joy for at least, it's been over 20 years. It's been over 20 years. And this is the manifestation. As an interfaith minister, I vow to be a vessel of joy. I vow to serve up joy in heaping spoonfuls through my ministry. I vow to support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes, because my soul my soul says yes. 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 So I am Rev Melissa. I am an interfaith minister. I am a licensed religious science practitioner. I am a spiritual coach. I am the pastor at Rockland CSL, and this is my ministry of joy. This is who I be. The how it manifests itself is up to God, but I am a willing vessel. I am a willing vessel for God to pour itself through me in the manifestation of joy in the world. That is who I am. All right, y'all. And that's a wrap on Unplugged. All right, y'all. Let's get into some joy news. All right. Whew, yes. Oh, we got tears and everything today, y'all. Yes, we do. It's all good. More water, the healing kind. So tomorrow, please join me for The Yoga Alliance Community Saga is happening at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. You can register by going to my I Am Red Melissa's page. The Zoom link is there to register. All right, I'm gonna take a pause on the Joy News for a minute because I just gotta acknowledge the love that y'all sending me right now. I just gotta acknowledge it. Yes, Vanessa, it's just like MTV Unplugged. Yes, yes, that is the premise. Yes, yes, yes. And Diana, you are a joy, Red Melissa. Thanks for being vulnerable and joy driven no matter what. Even when the 5-year-old emerges for your embrace. Yes, Diana. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for all the love emojis. Thank you, Nan and Ron. Yes, thank you all. Yes, yes, I so appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. I so appreciate all of that. I adore you all too. I have some of my congregation of joy from Rockland, Bonnie and Ron and Stacy. You know, I just love you all and thank you all for just holding the space for me. Just holding the space for me. I really appreciate it. Yes, yes. Okay. I just needed a moment to to just acknowledge the love. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you. Thank you, Lovejoy. Lovejoy and I go back to when we were 5. How about that? Like 5, 6 years old. We grew up together. Yes, yes. Through our teenage years and everything. Yes, it's a journey, y'all. It's a journey. So thank you all. Thank you all for the love. There's my mom. Thank you, mommy. Yeah, mommy knows. Mommy knows that 5-year-old. That 5-year-old. Yeah, she was a stubborn something too, y'all. She was a stubborn something. All right. Let's go back to some joy news. So again, tomorrow, 10 a.m., please join me for the Yoga Alliance Community Saga. I'll be giving a talk and it'll be interactive so you can ask questions and it's going to be a wonderful time. It's hosted by Maya Brewer, who is the creator of Yoga Retreat for Women of Color. So again, you could go to my page, my I Am Red Melissa page, and the link is there to register to get the Zoom link. And then tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern time, we have our meditation with the full moon, and we'll be doing a full-blown spiritual practice. So please join me for that. Bring your journal, something to write with, on, and your consciousness and your willingness. That's all. That's all. Your willingness to go within, right? To go within. And then afterwards, we have an after party on Zoom where we just get to fellowship and be with each other for a little bit. So what does that mean? That means tomorrow there is no 10:30 sip. Sip is at 11 p.m. So you can join me at 10 a.m. for the Yoga Alliance event. I would love to have you all with me. Sunday, Living Life in Joy. We have a wonderful guest. Her name is Nelda Brazil. I had a little blank there. Nelda Brazil. She is the founder, one of the co-founders of We Run Mount Vernon, which is the group that I have been sharing with you all that I do my run, walks, jogs with, which I haven't done in a while. But she's going to be my guest on Sunday, and she's going to be sharing about some wonderful, just the power of community, being together, working out together, walking together, just the power of that, just the power of that. And event, I want to shine a light on event that is coming up here at Mount Vernon. So she's my guest on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. And then right after that at 11:30 Eastern time, you join me for our Sunday in Praise at Rockland CSL, where I am the spiritual director. And I just think, I couldn't orchestrate this myself, but the topic is celebrating the triumphant journey. Come on now. All what I need to do is just play this sip, right? I could just play this sip on Sunday, and there you go. So we're going to be celebrating on Sunday. So please join us for that. You could do so in person. You could do so on Facebook, our Facebook page, and you could do so on Zoom. So go to our website, Rockland CSL, for information on how you can join us. All right. Let me check in with Sekou.
There ain't nothing to say. There ain't nothing to say. Stacy says she got chills. I'm just rolling with that. Gladys just got here. Listen, Gladys, you better watch the replay. If ever you need to watch a replay, you need to watch this replay. This show, this sit right here. Listen, let me tell you, a lot happened today. A lot happened today. I don't even want to say anything. But it was great. I laughed. I cried. It was a lot going on today. It was a lot going on. The chat was full vibes. And I appreciate you pulling all these threads from what's happening around you and paying attention to them, because there's stuff happening around us all the time, all of us, but we just dismiss it as stuff that's happening around us. And so I really appreciate you paying attention to what's happening around you and drawing symbolism from it for yourself and embodying a lesson in that for all of us. I mean, come on now. Come on. That was great. And we should all have some vows. You started reading the vows at the end. That was like the climax of a movie. You started reading the vows. I was like, yeah, get them vows. Say them vows. We should all create vows for ourselves so that we have something to hold on to, something that we can return to that centers us.
Yes.
For the way that we exist in the world. So again, bravo. That was an amazing sit. You should totally replay this one on Sunday. Go ahead, replay that.
Thank you. That is an excellent idea. Maybe we'll do that as our part of our meditation with the moon. Yeah. All right. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all again. I so appreciate your love. You're holding the space for me, and for being my congregation of joy. So I'm excited about what God has in store for every one of us. So let's stay in the beingness of who we are, knowing that the universe is going to take care of the how. All right, y'all. So peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.